Hi, I'm Chris Barnett from CanSpeak, and this video is called Awkward Questions, and it's about what to do when your speech is interrupted by an awkward question from the audience. There are 3 stages to dealing with this situation. The first is to set the ground rules. Now, when you come up to the podium, you're in control. This area is yours to speak in, not the audience, and it's not a target zone for hecklers to throw difficult questions at you. You're in control, and you can demonstrate this quite easily. Next time you're in front of an audience, you can just ask them to do something really simple, like this. Everyone raise your right hand. And you know, everyone will raise their right hand. It's what I call podium power, and you can use that power to your advantage when you're in front of your audience. And you need to when you first come up. You've just introduced yourself, and the next thing to do is you can use your podium power to set the ground rules. Just say to your audience, please, can you keep any questions that you might have until the questions and answer session at the end of my speech? Are you all willing to do that? And if you ask them if they're willing to do it and nod gently at them, you'll notice that the audience nods back and you get their commitment not to interrupt you. The second stage can come during your speech when maybe just one member of the audience has an absolutely burning question that they're going to have to ask you right now, or they're going to catch fire, and so when you pause just momentarily in your speech, they pop up their hand and they throw in this difficult question. It's the question you've been fearing, it's the one that you don't know the answer to. And you know what? The great thing is now that you don't have to answer their question. You can give them a response, but you don't have to answer their question. Just keep your voice calm and relaxed and commanding, and just say to them, I'm sorry, could I just remind you that we're keeping all of the questions until the questions and answer session at the end of my speech. Can you just hang on until then? So again, finish off with a nice question, get a little bit of commitment from them, and you'll find that person won't interrupt you again during your speech. The third stage of dealing with difficult questions actually comes during the questions and answer session. You've got to the end of your speech, you've invited the audience to table questions for you, and sure enough, that person pops up their hand again and they throw in that difficult question, and you still don't know the answer. Well, again, there's a great tactic that you can use. It's quite simple. There's a universal answer, and you can always use it anytime that you want. This universal answer is called the truth. Just tell them the truth. Say to that person, I don't know the answer to your question, but if you see me after my speech is over, I'll take your email address, I'll do some research, I'll find out the answer for you, and then I'll get in touch and we can share the research. Is that okay? And again, you can get some commitment from them and they won't continue with the question any further. Now, you might think that not knowing the answer to the question could reduce your credibility with the audience. I don't necessarily think that that's true in all circumstances. What I can tell you for sure is that telling the truth and being honest will always raise your credibility with your audience. So there you go. They're my 3 stages of dealing with difficult questions during your speech. Number 1, set the ground rules. Number 2, maintain the ground rules during your speech. And number 3, always tell the truth.